God, go on. No, Middle Earth strategy battle game releases. God, sustain. Need plastic. Hobby. Hello? Is that my savior? Oh, thank you. Thank you. How's that for a different opening? Hi guys, I'm Mithril. Welcome back to my channel once again. And today we're going to be just having a quick little chat over the dangling, delicious new carrots that Games Workshop have put to us Middle Earth hobbyists of late. A typical, yes, Mithril is late to the party on this. Once again, I know, it's a shocker. But yes, so as we all know, there has been a significant drought in the Lord of the Rings Middle Earth strategy battle game release schedule. There's been very few and far between models coming out. No signs of a big release for a long time. The drought is real, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we've been drip fed a couple of things. We had the Get Off the Road diorama, which was one that I didn't actually end up getting my hands on, unfortunately. But there's been nothing really massive, nothing concrete. And a lot of people have been kind of speculating and wondering, like, you know, is the game dead? Do Games Workshop even care about it anymore? You know, do we have to start eBaying our armies? Are we going to see an influx of Rohirrim armies and starter sets go on the internet? And to that I say, for shame! Where is your belief in the valour of the plastic, of the Maiar of the dice? I don't know where I'm going with these analogies, but you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I mean, it's an understandable response. It's an understandable thing that everyone's concerned about, because we've had no releases. There's been nothing on any kind of, like, big update schedule where we get all the Kill Team, all the 40k, all the Age of Sigmar, all the Necromunda, and all the other bits and bobs that are currently being given quite a lot of love at the moment and getting quite a significant amount of new releases. And then, yeah, it's just been all very, very quiet on the Lord of the Rings front. So, you know what, it's an understandable response. And actually, I found myself wondering a little bit, like, you know, what's kind of going on? There's been not really anything. So, yeah, it's been a tumultuous time for a Middle Earth hobbyist, and not without good reason. But then Games Workshop went and did this. They dangled this delicious fruity carrot,
huge success,
in front of our faces not too long ago. Now, I think we all have our ideas of what it could be, what it might be, what it, you know, what could be coming. And I know a lot of people have their own kind of like personal wish lists of what they want to see coming. And it's quite simply just a horse's head and a horse's bridle. It's got some you know, stars going down the length of the bridle. It's a fairly simplistic design, but it is something I don't think we've seen across any other mounted model or any other horse army in Middle Earth so far, which is something that's very, very tantalizing. So, you know, I mean, what do we think this is going to be? You know, I'm doing this little bite-sized video to get a discussion going in the comments and to try and get some enthusiasm back into the channel a little bit more, because I appreciate I've been a little bit absent recently. So, I mean, my hot takes, what are my thoughts? Well, everyone's got their wish list, right? Everyone knows kind of what they want it to be. And I'm kind of in that same ballpark. There's been a lot of talk about it being something from the Last Alliance, either from the Rivendell side or the Numenor side. I know that there's been quite a lot of discussion about there being a official mounted Gil-galad now. There's been a couple of unofficial ones, which are beautiful. But to get an official mounted Gil-galad for the Last Alliance is something that people are wanting for. I'm not so much in that camp. I just feel like if this was Gil-galad's horse, I don't know, maybe the bridle will be a bit more ornate. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's a little bit more simplistic design than it could well be, but that's just how I feel. It doesn't scream elvish to me. What it does scream to me is man-made. So you're looking at possibly an Arion for Numenor. Now, Numenor is something that needs a lot of love, and everyone is so excited. And you know what? If Games Workshop turn around tomorrow and say, here's a brand new Numenorian range of models, goodbye credit card, take my money, you know? Like, I'm all in on that, because that is going to be stunning. With a brand new mounted Elendil and like an Anarion model. That's the thing, this could be a mounted Elendil model as well. But again, I feel like it will be a little bit more intricate. Another thing it could potentially be is something relating to Arnor, because all the Arnor stuff was taken off of the shop not so long ago, which is unfortunate because it's a beautiful looking army, albeit limited in their sculpts and their heroes. So you couldn't really take a lot. You could only really take Ardv, Malbeth, and then just a feck ton of armor warriors. Unless you wanted to ally in rangers and hobbits, which no, if I'm gonna have bowmen, I want armored like Arnor bowmen, you know. So it could be something to do with that, which would be super cool to see that range updated and re-released, because Arnor is something that just feels fun to play. Really enjoy the look of that army. Another thought I had, it could be something we've had a profile for a long time, but haven't had any models for at all. And a lot of people have been doing like 3D printed sculpts and conversions, and fair play if you do the conversions, because I just can't. I don't. These work for painting, not for crafting. It could be, in my mind, just based on the simplistic design of it, a mounted Ranger of the North. Now, I only say that based on the design and look of the not the scabbards, the quivers that come with the Rangers of the North. And again, like I say, the Rangers of the North have been taken off of direct sale as well now, so you can't get them anymore. Maybe that's because they're re-releasing them with a mounted variant, because you can take mounted Green Company in a Grey Company army. But if you look at the quivers, the design of the quivers are very simplistic. They've got a very simple kind of star motif just going around the outside of the tree there, and it's very simple, very plain, and that's what's kind of leading me to think it might be something to do with Grey Company. And again, if it is Grey Company, then they can very easily segue that into to Arnor, because they are part of the same list. So it'd be a good way of branching out into that, which would be really cool. 2 birds, 1 stone. Well, 2 birds, 1 horse bridle. I don't know why I'd ever trump taking foot rangers over mounted rangers. I suppose the manoeuvrability of a range 10 horse is quite nice. But the 2 attacks and the other bonus that you get from having them on foot, for me, trumps. But to have the models out and the option to have them, because that's the one thing that Grey Companies don't have access to, is fast moving units, which would be really cool. Just to get you in that position for reconnaissance and objective snatching scenarios nice and early, allowing Aragorn and the rest of your army to kind of follow up afterwards. That'd be super cool. Again, shut up and take my money. I don't think it would be anything based around Gondor or Dun Amroth or Rohan. It just looks, the design motif of the bridle just looks too different to that of which we've seen for those armies before to be anything from there, in my mind. Lothlorien, again, could be, probably not. I don't think Lothlorien need any more units or help. They've had the most recent heroes, I think what was it, Arolfin and Rumil. Of course it was Rumil. Yes, Rumil. Yes. Wow. And they've got quite a lot of options already, so probably unlikely to be them. Obviously nothing dwarfish, and the fact that it's a horse and with that kind of majestic magic star element going down the front of it, it's unlikely to be anything from the evil side of Middle Earth. But you know, surprises happen, and stranger things have happened in the hobby before, so you never know. We could get something completely new. We could all be completely wrong. I mean, I know we've all got our wish lists and what we want to see. I'm just excited for the fact that now we're getting a few extra teases, a few ATs for something new coming out. They're pushing it out a little bit more, and like, I want them to kind of like almost back themselves a bit more, because it doesn't feel like they really seem to care about Lord of the Rings. Not the people that make the Lord of the Rings, like everyone who's involved in the design element of things there does a phenomenal job, and I know for a fact that, you know, the guys on the design team for Lord of the Rings are phenomenal and great guys and really care about the hobby. But I mean, the company as a whole, it almost seems like Middle Earth just kind of gets shoved to the back of the priority list, and it's a shame. And it's, you know, probably one of the most, if not the most consistent game in the range, because it's the only one that hasn't had a major, massive rules overhaul. You know, and the guys that do all the work for the stuff we have had so far, do a phenomenal job. I love everything that's come out. They do a great job of designing and bringing out new stuff as much as they can. We can only hope that they're gearing up for a big supplement, though, because the lack of releases is really, I guess disheartened is the right word. Actually, it disheartened, a little bit demotivated. You know, we see all these releases for the new, 40k, Blood Bowl, everything else like that, and then poor little Middle Earth just sits at the back of the class, just minding its own business, twiddling its thumbs, just being the good, consistent boy that it is. And it is, and it's consistent, and it's one of the best game systems I've ever played. But yes, nice to see Games Workshop pushing it a little bit more, and hopefully gearing up for what's going to be a really big release. Knowing the guys on the team that design it, it's going to be beautiful. I have no doubt. If this is the the casting of first stones that causes an avalanche, I'm probably butchering that quote, but let me know what you think. What do you guys think this is going to be? Let's get some discussion going around this. Let's try and get some hype built up and gear ourselves up for this this undoubtedly long-awaited and big release for the game we all love. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Let's get some discussion going. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to know when I upload videos. And until I see you next time, guys, take care. And as always, happy hobbying. Bye, guys.